What's up guys, it's Punchy, and today it's time to get started and obtain the new Deepwoken oath. It's been a while since the last, with that being Salt Chemist, and in this weekly patch we got something new with the Chainwarden oath, and I'm excited to show you what's up. Let's begin with how to obtain this oath and finish it off with a full in-depth showcase. Chainwarden is kinda techy with a lot to explore, and let's start it off. First off, to initiate the oath quest, you must have a positive, decent authority rep and head on over to Fort Merit. By speaking to an NPC inside the Warden room, we can discuss a target that we must find. After doing this, simply head on over to Summer Isle and interact with a man found inside a building's basement on the left-hand side of Summer Isle, and yeah, it's kind of hard to find. If you talk to this man and the game shuts down while you're doing this, it does not matter. All you have to do is talk to this guy and exit the building. After we exit the fort and walk around, we can find a boss to grip who gives us the oath, and once returning to, the Warden guy, we can progress this oath. Once becoming a Chainwarden, we can progress this oath by gripping players with negative authority rep while a chain is applied on them, and by doing this we must use restraint, the oath mantra, while you grip them to progress this oath. Currently, I'm not too sure what stats you need to obtain this oath, but I do have a lot of fortitude and a lot of willpower, and I know it's not Iron Sing, so that might be it. As soon as Chainwarden is obtained, you should notice a distinct cosmetic visual that defines the oath with its theme. Chainwarden players receive a dark chain bound to the user's left arm alongside a chain waist accessory with much of the same design. A bonus interesting fact about the Chainwarden glove with a actual fist build is that it fully disables the cestus on your left arm alongside its enchant, so it's not going to be clipping. This oath is very simple and looks clean. Opening the oath talent description, we're greeted with a small lore explanation about restraining the wicked, but most importantly, we gain access to 2 combat mantras. This is pretty straightforward and flexible for any sort of playstyle. Anyway, let's discuss the Chainwarden moves and how they work in certain situations. Starting off, the catalyst for your Chainwarden combos and the main source of damage stem from the Restrain mantra. This attack is a low posture kick with a really short cooldown that slams into opponents while applying our chain status and dazing the opponent. With this chain, enemy walk speed is crippled heavily and they can't really move fast at all. Luckily, after moving a certain distance, the chain applied will break and remove the debuff. Also, it's possible to have multiple chains active on different players at the same exact time. Besides that, this mantra has a really weird attribute exclusive to the Restrain mantra. Your damage slowly increases and also has better slowdown with the chain status. It's a very big investment and limits you to basically only use this oath mantra. You can't use the other one, but there's also another option as well that makes use of our chain status. With the Rupture mantra, there's 2 different ways to use this attack. If activated without any chain stacks, Rupture slaps the target and dazes them for a short duration, and that's basically it. It isn't anything too crazy, but it can set up situations while Restrain, the kick, can land. Anyway, while a chain is active, you can instead use Rupture to instantly explode and knock players away. This attack doesn't do insane damage or crazy posture, but it can be used to displace and move people around. If you're techie and know what you're doing, you can turn your camera to manipulate the direction of that pulled target. Just keep in mind, if you use this mantra, that resets your Restrain kick damage, and if you're ramping it up, that has to reset. And for now, that's about it. This oath is a little bit different because it has 2 different combat routes that can both work. If you want, it's possible to extend your combos and set up damage with the use of chains and your Rupture explosions, but instead, if you really want to gamble and invest heavily into your kick, you can try to increase your damage without the use of Rupture. Personally, I'm not always a fan of these oaths that don't exactly synergize, but there are multiple ways to try it out. So, as always, leave your thoughts down below and I'll push some feedback to the devs. If you want to see more exclusive content similar to this, make sure to like and subscribe. We're super close to 90k subs, and let's get there. Thanks again, it's Punchin' time.